We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on camera Goode, Miami Dolphins edge, and this is like the first time he's played significant snaps, like I think in his entire career. Like he's had, games where he's played in those blowouts, but he actually started playing like in the first quarter. A lot of these plays will, happen throughout the game. There'll be some later on too, when the game was basically over, but this is like the first play that first snap he really came in and had an impact on, and it was still early on in the game, forced Zach Wilson to throw this away, and I love to see this. I feel like this, they signed Melvin Ingram too, and I think Cameron Goode stepping up at practice made them feel comfortable to waive Jason Pierre-Paul. Goode has, coming on, and I think that'd be a good thing. He was I believe a 7th round pick a couple years ago, and if he can come in and make a little bit of an impact, I think it'll be fun to watch, because I enjoyed watching some of his film out of Cal. Pretty intelligent player, pretty high effort as well. Good job recognizing this stuff, the play action. He starts down the line of scrimmage. You want to constrict the run lane, but now he starts to feel the play that Zach is going to pull this. You can see him instinctually feel it, and then start to change direction, get upfield, beats, because this fullback, they're trying to like wind him back to get it. Like he sees this fullback start to bend this back, get upfield vertically, don't allow him to get hands on you, get past him, and then he has to just throw it away. So he gets the pressure, gets a little bit of a hit on the QB. That's exactly what you want to see. I'm excited to see him get more and more snaps like this. I think he could. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure Agba is questionable this week too. So he could be that next guy in the rotation. Him and Ingram, I could see getting some decent playing time this week. And I'm excited to see how he looks in more and more action, because they only played like 20 snaps still in this one. And, like half those snaps came at the end of the game. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like if he's really getting playing time in more and more meaningful snaps, because I thought he looked pretty good. Probably the best he's looked throughout his career, even in like the garbage time plays. So definitely some encouraging stuff here from Cameron Goode. Gonna let some of these plays, play as I'm talking over it, just because he's gonna be dropping to coverage and all of this, and he actually looked pretty comfortable within coverage. I wouldn't say anything like too crazy, but it's nice to see him like, matching, getting hands on a tight end, disrupting route timing, things like that. It's very important. I think he has like the size for it too, because he's not like the biggest true like edge guy, but it looks like he has like a comfortability dropping into coverage some, getting hands on, carrying a guy. Like this is pretty decent stuff, like versus Tyler Conklin here, like, because Tyler Conklin's a good receiving threat, and like obviously he gets beat off the ball a little bit. He's able to recover, stick with it, change the direction. Like if it's thrown, it's probably completed, but this ball, all over the place, stay with it. You're not really expecting your edge guy to really cover anyone like that anyways, but that's not terrible. Zone match, man-to-man, whatever it is. He didn't look super uncomfortable, which I think is important if you have some guys that can drop, because that will be important, because really, out of the guys they have, whether it was Chubb and Phillips early on, Van Ginkel's the only one who really looked comfortable in coverage, and I feel like Goode has more of a skill set similar to AVG than the other guys, so we'll see how it all ends up playing out. I think this one is a false start right here, so yeah, the next play, another play of him just getting down to the flat, being comfortable, looking like he might get hands on the tight end, sees the running back go instantly flat, just recognize it, match this, doesn't need to get down right away, because he can help take away this throwing lane too. But yeah, just all around decent stuff in coverage. It wasn't anything super crazy, but he was looking more and more comfortable as the game went on, and it was nice to see him at least show a little bit there, because in this Fangio scheme, you have to be able to drop a tiny bit as an edge guy. It's not the most important thing, but if you're the backup that's rotating in and you can do that, it will help you get more playing time. Goode also looked pretty good versus the run. I would like to see some more true pass rushing reps. I want to see more and more of that, because he really, when he got his pressures, it wasn't like super true pass rushing reps in this game. He didn't get a ton of chances. But he, first the run here, pretty solid. They kept leaving him unblocked. I want to see him with just more versus blockers overall. That's really what I want to see him, because he's pretty instinctual in these areas. He squeezes down. He's not threat. Like they try to leave him unblocked, like it's a zone read, pull this away. He's not threatened by the quarterback at all. Then squeeze instantly. I like, his length here, his range to get down and get involved in that tackle. He looked very comfortable in those scenarios as well. And I just wanted to see, like, and at this point in the game, we're getting towards, the end where the snaps are becoming less and less meaningful, but the starters are still playing at this point. It's just much later in the game. Now we're into the part where it's like deep in the fourth quarter, about 5 minutes left. Now we're going to see, some true one-on-one pass rushing reps, some decent stuff, I think, to work here with. He has the running back to his side. He's trying to run around the edge. I like the initial move. There's some things he can do better, obviously, but I like him, with the pad level, the leverage, extend there with his hands. Would like to see him, stay a little bit lower at this point, But then now that he's extended, created that space, he can rip underneath, get around, showing a little bit of burst there, especially after like once you extend here, he kind of slows it down, but there's a nice little initial burst, and then he dips that shoulder to get underneath, rip, and he can bend and get to the quarterback, gets a little bit of a hit on him. That all stuff looked pretty solid to me. Could have been done maybe a little more fluidly combined. Maybe, you know, that like initial part after he extends here could have been a little bit quicker, but this was decent overall. It showed me a little bit of athleticism to his game too, and I just want to see more of those types of reps. Here to see Cameron Goode get a nice little hit on the quarterback, pretty good pressure. They're running a screen to his side of the field, but his guy isn't one of the guys who's like releasing. He's trying to block him, hold on to him long enough, but he does do a decent job getting low again, winning that outside hands could have been a little bit better placement. He tries to swipe down, but he does get low, bend around, dip your shoulder, some decent athleticism to get there, and then get a hit on the QB, bring him to the ground. I think this is the play where like it shows like on Hard Knocks Chubb dancing in the background of it. But yeah, getting engaged, swipe down. He does a good job of once, like, even though he misses, like, that outside hand could have been a little bit better, a little cleaner, he's still able to stay low and then rip and get underneath and have enough to corner and get to the quarterback right there. That's still pretty impressive stuff. Last play that we're going to break down for Cameron Goode. This is the interception that basically ended the game. They get Goode to come in right here. This is a little bit of a different play. They chip him, so he doesn't get like a true pass rush right here. They chip him, and then 77 sees Long coming in on the blitz, so he goes to him. And then Goode just makes a pretty heads-up play. He sees the quarterback sliding out. Instead of just like trying to go and hit him, he's able to recognize that he's going to release it before he really has a chance to get a clean hit on him and maybe pass, roughing the passer probably anyways from where he's going to release and where he is. So get your hands up, force him to really put extra air on that ball. So just affect the QB, and then that leads to the interception. Definitely went way higher than the QB really wanted it to. And you can see some nice length there. Get up, get vertical. That's pretty good stuff with his arms. It really forces him to get that ball super high. Just making some heads-up plays. I really just want to see some more true one-on-one pass rushing reps and then see him like set the edge. So those are things, you know, we definitely got to see. It's a small sample size, but I think there was some promise to see from this. I was enjoying watching his film, and I think he can be a nice little, you know, if he shows up and becomes pretty solid for them, that's, I think, hugely important for what they need on the edge right now at the depth position. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Peace.